when a heart starts to break, it doesn't always shatter with noise. Sometimes it happens quietly, piece by piece, day by day, until one morning you wake up and realize you're standing in a place that doesn't feel like home anymore. For Unheard, that moment had already begun. Ahmad was still around, but his presence didn't feel the same. His messages came hours late, his voice sounded distant, and his laughter belonged to other people now. Narrator. She tried to hold on. She told herself it was just stress, exams, life. But deep inside, her heart was whispering the truth she wasn't ready to hear. Every night, Neshto waited for his "Are you awake?" message, but some nights, it never came. And on the nights it did, the conversations were shorter, colder, emptier. She'd stare at her phone long after he stopped replying, her fingers hovering over the keyboard, wanting to ask, have I done something wrong? But she never did, because sometimes silence feels safer than the answers we're afraid to hear. Days turned into weeks. Ahmed started spending more time with a new group of friends, pictures on social media, stories she wasn't part of anymore. She kept smiling in front of others, pretending nothing had changed. But every time she was alone, she felt the weight of being left behind while still standing in the same place. Narrator emotional. One evening, Mahara finally gathered courage. She called him. Her hands were trembling. When he answered, she said softly, "Greater than do you. Feel like we're drifting apart?" There was silence on the other end. A long silence. Then Ahmad said casually, "Greater than." You're overthinking. We're just busy. Don't be so emotional." Narrator pause, heavier tone, and that hurt more than if he'd just said goodbye after that call. Mether sat by her window, listening to the rain, tears slowly rolling down her cheeks. She realized something quietly devastating. He's still here, but not really. She opened her diary again that night and wrote, "I miss the way we used to talk, like best friends who had their own little world. Now it feels like I'm knocking on a door that no one wants to open." Days continued. Ahmed stopped waiting for her after class. He stopped asking if she'd eaten. Even his good mornings disappeared. But Meher, she kept showing up, texting first, smiling first, holding on, alone. Because sometimes, when we love someone deeply, we try to keep the story alive, even if the other person has already closed the book. Narrator emotional. The distance between them wasn't measured in miles. It was measured in the silence between their hearts, and Mayhurt was slowly drowning in that sigh. Narrator soft, almost a whisper. She didn't know it yet, but this silence was about to break. Not with love, but with something that would change everything.